What's up guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this super crazy anime type transition. It looks absolutely insane. I was just kind of letting loose, trying to find a super fire effect for you guys. This is what I came up with. So make sure to stick around until the end so that you don't miss out on any songs. Also, if you don't know me yet, nice to meet you. My name is Gus and I run the Friendly File store in which I sell editing packs, all the sauce you need to level up as a editor. So if you're looking for some drag and drop assets that are going to allow you to level up your edits for the new year, make sure to check them out down below. With that said, let's get right into this banger. All right, so this is basically what I came up with. You get this kind of like anime style introduction with his name. So all we need is basically our first clip right here. So as you can see, I think I'm gonna make it freeze like here. We're just gonna duplicate this and then we're gonna cut it right here, Command Shift D, and we're basically gonna freeze frame this. So let's do right click, time freeze frame. That way we get this frozen frame that we can now mask. Let's get it. So you can either use the pen tool or you can use the roller brush tool as well. I think I'm gonna use the pen tool for that one. It really depends on cases. Sometimes using the roller brush tool, it's like way faster, right? But I'm just gonna go with the good old pen tool right here, selecting G. I'm using a new mouse, so I feel like this is going so fast, like the sensitivity, so I'm still getting used to it. Something like that. Also, fun fact while we're at it, when I was beginning to edit, I used to edit in like Premiere Pro. I didn't know about the rotor brush tool, and I used to edit for like a whole second of rotor brush with only the pen tool. That's dedication right there, but that's also really stupid. So if you got a lot of frames, make sure to use the rotoscope tool for sure. All right, so we're good to go. I think I'm just gonna increase the feather a little bit. All right, so as you can see, we have our mask right here. So this is perfect. Now we're just gonna calculate like what the effect's gonna do. So let's just call this first clip, and then we're gonna call this freeze frame 1. So now we're gonna have this, something just like that. So for now, we're not really getting anything crazy, but it's gonna get better. We're just gonna duplicate this freeze frame 1. Let's call this BG going out. So I'm just trying to stay organized because that's always very important. So on this one, BG going out, we're just gonna remove the mask. You can do that by pressing M and then just deleting those right here. There we go. And then this one, we're just gonna do S, and then we're gonna make it disappear. So something like this. So we're just gonna keyframe the scale at the beginning and then a few frames further. Let's do 0, and then it's gonna look like this. So not too wow for now. We're gonna ease those. You can press F9 to ease. Now it's gonna look like this. What's gonna help us a lot is to activate the motion blur. So that looks a bit better. Now that this is done, we're gonna create our sort of like anime lines background. And it's actually pretty simple. Let me show you. It is actually pretty simple because you can literally type anime, I think. So you got these ones in the presets, at least if you have like After Effects 2024 at least. You can just double click on anime speed lines and you got this super cool anime speed line background going on. I think I'm just gonna remove like this posterized time thingy. Actually, we can keep it on, yeah. Posterized time, maybe 12 frames per second, and we're gonna leave it there for now. So for now, we're gonna have this. So pretty good start. I think I want to change the color of the background though. I want to make it match with his shirt. So we're just gonna do hue saturation, double click, and then we're gonna change it until we get that nice green going on. Yeah, something like that looks super cool. Also, we're gonna animate the character in this kind of like choppy style. Looks super cool. Let's do it. And then we're gonna do P to animate the position. And then we're gonna do alt click. Let's type posterized time 12. So it's gonna move 12. That way it's gonna move like every 2 frames it's gonna move. Then let's do semicolon, enter, wiggle, parentheses. Then let's do 24, comma, and then maybe like 25. So now it's gonna move like that. You kind of see what style I'm looking for. Actually, I feel like 8 frames per second is, yeah, that's a bit better. But then I feel like the background then should be, if I deactivate the posterized time. Yeah, that's the style I was going for in the beginning. So just like the background being 24 frames per second, but the rest with this kind of like choppy style, I think it makes it better. Then we're just gonna enhance that by duplicating the freeze frame 1, and we're gonna add a fill effect. So we're just gonna create this kind of like white shadow. And since there's already a wiggle on it, as you can see, that looks cool, but I don't like the blurriness of it. So we're just gonna do F, and we're just gonna turn the feather to 0 only on the bottom layer. So now we're gonna have this. That looks pretty nice. We can also create the text that's gonna go in it. Let's type like anime, whatever. And then it's time to choose the font. I went for this Arial font right here. I thought it looked pretty cool. And then I'm gonna add a drop shadow to it. We're just gonna stylize it a little, add some distance. And I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna put like any softness to it because I just think it fits with this style. I'm gonna put it behind everything and make sure to only leave it like there. So now we're gonna have this. And now that this is done, we're gonna animate the text. So we're gonna go over to the properties right here, and then we're just gonna go over to the text properties, click on animate. We're gonna press on position, and we're gonna add to that the rotation as well. All right, so we're just gonna animate the text. So we're just gonna change the properties of the positions right here, change the rotation a bit. And then I'm gonna show you something super cool. When you go onto add and then you add a wiggly selector, as you can see, it's gonna be animated just like this. Now I think what we're gonna do is actually animate it every 24, like every frame, but that's gonna be like way too fast, right? So we're just gonna apply onto the layer a pulsarize time effect. We're gonna make that 12. Then let's play this. I think we're gonna keep it like this. Now, one thing that I forgot to add is we want to add this kind of like cartoon look to it. So we're gonna add this cartoon look onto here, like this frame. So we're gonna add the cartoon effect, and then we're just gonna make the threshold a bit bigger so that it looks like this. We can also apply a unsharp mask effect and increase the radius so that we get a more like uniform kind of like color to it. So now we're gonna have this. Super far, I think, onto it. Now that looks super clean. All that we got to do now is just transition out of the effect. Let me show you how to do that. So as you can see, we have this clip right here. So we're just gonna do the exact same process. So we just mask this. I'm gonna skip through this because we've been through it before. So now I got my freeze frame right. We're just gonna put it more to the left where the other scene is going on, and then we're gonna cut it when the second scene starts. So now it's gonna look like this, bam, something like that. So now it's super simple because we can just apply like what we did onto the other thing. So now we can just apply the properties that we used for this one to this one. So let's just do P. We're just gonna copy the wiggle effect, do P, then let's do Alt click, then paste that on there. So we already have this effect going on, and we can duplicate this one as we did, put the fill effect, put it to white so that we get this cool effect right here. That looks super clean. We can copy the cartoon effect that we did for the other one as well. So now I have something like this. Now I think I'm just gonna add an adjustment layer, put it below, just below like the second frames, because I just want to add a Gaussian blur effect. I just want to blur out when the other effect is coming in. You see what I mean? So I'm gonna do this, and then maybe like there. I'm gonna put it to something like this until we arrive at the other scene. So something like that. Also, we can keyframe the position at the end. A few frames there, it's gonna be there, but before, I'm just make sure that this is linked to the other one as well. But we're gonna put this, we're gonna make it appear from the left, maybe a little just like that. So now we're gonna have this. Now that looks all fire and dandy, but now we need some energy onto here. So I'm gonna go over to my shakes and hits presets that just adds like energy to your videos. All you gotta do is create an adjustment layer, and then this is about to come in. We can add, let's go with just like zoom impact. And then just like that, it's gonna add this like crazy shake onto it. Like it adds so much energy. So that is clean. We're gonna add another one right here. I'm gonna add icy red. I like this one. Yeah, that's clean. That is so tough. Now let's have a look at our final result. So that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this video and if you're watching any value, please consider subscribing. We're on our way to 8K. We're actually really close. Let me know in the comments what else you want to see on this channel, what type of tutorials. I want to make sure that you guys can level up and get all the sauce that you need. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one.